Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Official Archaeologist channel, home of the Official Archaeologist. And today, for our very first video, we have what's that? Not a complete artifact, but just a small piece of broken glass. But that's okay, because as archaeologists, sometimes we have to work with such small pieces to try and figure out what little we can with these lovely little artifacts. So, what does this small piece of history have to tell us? Well, let's start with the basics. Just a quick cursory look over the artifact will tell us that this, again, is a glass artifact, and the shape of it seems to indicate that this would be a piece of what once may have been either a bottle or jar. It has a triangular pattern along the sides of the heel here and a textured base, which happens to also have a few articles of particular interest here. We have a patent number which says design patent abbreviated 159169, as well as a maker's mark here. These are two easily researchable items that, if you know the right place to look, can give us some more information about this glass fragment. Let's start with the patent number. For this, typing the words embossed on the glass into Google search should yield the desired result. And here we are, the Smith jar, filed by Fraser Smith on April 1st, 1949. Next, let's look into the maker's mark. We also have rather expansive online resources for glass maker's marks, and the first place I will generally refer to in a situation such as this is the U.S. Department of the Interior's Bureau of Land Management Society for Historical Archaeology website, where can be found a page dedicated specifically to maker's marks, which has a collection of logo tables arranged alphabetically. Let's look at that maker's mark again. It appears to consist of a larger letter H or M over a smaller letter, perhaps an A or B or some other similar letter. Scrolling through the logo table, we find on the second page a maker's mark for the Hazel Atlas Glass Company, which was used from 1923 to about 1982. According to another article from the SHA website, the Hazel Atlas Glass Company was formed when the Atlas Glass and Metal Company and Hazel Glass Company were incorporated in West Virginia during the year 1902. At the time, the company had only 4 glass plants. 3 in Washington, Pennsylvania, and 1 in Clarksburg, West Virginia. These plants specialized primarily in proprietary ware and fruit jars, tumblers, and packers' ware. On May 20th, 1909, the firm acquired the exclusive license to operate the Owens automatic bottle machine, and by 1927 had expanded its list of products to include packers and preservers glassware, opalware, amberware, druggist's supplies, fruit jars, pressed tumblers and jellies, metal goods, and etc. By 1951, Hazel Atlas had expanded to 13 factories, but ultimately became a division of Continental Can Company on September 13th, 1956. The purchase would later be voided by the Supreme Court, citing the Antitrust Act. And in 1964, Continental sold all but one Hazel Atlas plant, which was later purchased by the Kerr Glass Company, to the Brockway Glass Company, which became Brockway Incorporated in 1982 and later merged with Owens, Illinois in 1988 as a subsidiary named Owens Brockway. As for our glass jar here, we can surmise that this piece was produced by the Hazel Atlas Glass Company between 1950 and 1982, though it is likely that the jar was made before the acquisition of Hazel Atlas by Brockway in 1964. Despite being just a fragment of a larger object that has since been lost to time, this is a wonderful example as to how even incomplete historic objects can have a story to tell if you know where to look. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give me a like, and if you like to see more, feel free to visit my channel or hit the subscribe button. Until next time.